Hold on, it's loading. Cuban, let me know when you get the indicator that we've gone live.
Indeed.
All right, we're live,
It's
Cuban.
live. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, everybody, to the 29th Annual Southern Fried Regional Poetry Slam, the virtual edition. At Southern Fried, we believe Black Lives Matter. We support and believe in the rights of our LGBTQ community, and we believe every person should have equal access to living their best lives, physically, spiritually, and artistically. We encourage you to be respectful of everyone's identity, and remember that every person on this stage has equal value. At Southern Fried, we judge poems, not people. Tonight, you will see 3 or 4 teams of poets and up to 3 individual poets from the Southeast and beyond competing for a chance to get into our final stage tomorrow afternoon for indies and Saturday nights for teams. If you are present in the Zoom bout, please make sure you mute your mics and turn your cameras off when you are not performing. Judges, we ask you to keep your cameras remaining on during the entire poem. The bout is attended by poets who are logging in from all around the world, so please give their poetry your love and undivided attention. In a poetry slam, there is no music, there is no costume or props, and each poet will be performing original work. Poems may be up to 3 minutes long, but after a 10-second grace period, the performer loses points for going over time. You may see groups of poets performing team pieces. This is normal. It's encouraged. We have pre-selected judges this year, and they are the homies with the cameras on. They got cameras on. They the homies. They know all about judging. God bless you. God bless you all. I appreciate that. You know, what would we be without our judges? They are not affiliated with poets performing tonight, but we are excited to find out what they think. These judges are from our poetry experts tonight. But feel free, teams, feel free to use the chat. You feel me? Let the judges know whether you agree with them or not. You know what I'm saying? If you don't agree, you throw them boos. And if you do agree, you can be like, yeah, I agree. I don't know. If you're joining from a live stream, all my YouTube people out there, we've had a lot of really awesome interactions with the YouTube community. Make sure you're throwing in emojis. Feel free to interact on social media, tag friends, let the judges know what you saw tonight, that you are the experts. If you like poetry and you like what you hear tonight, post their contact information so that you can purchase their merchandise. Southern Fried merchandise is available on a website, and tickets for final stage can be purchased through Eventbrite. We would love to have you join us there and for the Battle of the 2021 Championship. Look, the slam is virtual, but the manyan is real. Before we get into the slam, we got to do stuff, though. We got to do stuff. Before we start this slam, I have an incredible sacrificial poet to start us off. So coming to the stage, we need our sacrificial poets. So Chibi to the stage.
All right, the name of this poem is I spent $50 on a goddamn garment duffel during quarantine, even though I kept my ass at home the whole time. I ordered hope online today. The collapsible shape of possibility. A way to organize my life on the go when I can go freely again into the unknown. You could say today I ordered something that crowds my closet. But one day soon, I hope I ordered a way to order my things away from home, on the road, in the air, in a space unknown, where I am most myself, where we come together once again, I hope, without the fear of microorganisms and death that doesn't come from something totally preventable, and a stage that doesn't double as a screen, and my words aren't filtered through headphones, and I can hear your smile without an unmute button. And I can feel your sigh because we can be closer than 6 feet. And I can go back to my hotel room and unpack everything except the bottle of Lysol I will not have to carry. I have more room for the important things like books and that shirt that smells like my husband. I want to remember what it feels like to miss my husband and the relief of coming home that isn't motivated by the fear of close encounters. So today, I ordered something that'll sit unused, a relic, a reminder of the get going and go on, a symbol that we will reunite when we can finally give air hugs the bird, pack crowds and bags full of the next stop, the where we meet again, the day I need you can't come soon enough.
All right, all right. Now make some noise in the chat. Make some noise in your house. Disturb your neighbors. Give it up for Chibi one more time for that incredible poem. Appreciate that. Judges, show us what you got on the count of 3. Type in what you want to score for our sacrificial poet. I got 1 judge. I got 2 judges. I got 3 judges. I got 4 judges. And I believe I am looking for judge number 5, which I have. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from low to high, we have an 8.4. We have an 8.5. We have an 8.8. We have a 9.4. And we have a 10. Applaud the poet, not the score. Good on time. Appreciate it greatly. All right. Judges. We are getting ready into our next poet in Toronto. I already see your poet is on deck and ready. So please, everyone give it up for the first poet in Bout 14 of the 2021 Southern Fried Virtual Poetry Slam, all the way from Toronto. Give it up for Shelly Grace.
Hello.
You're good to go.
Dear Lily Singh, you doused your tongue in my grandma's accent, watered down, and the only thing on fire is the islands, and you sing our music like it's yours, mocking the screaming of my ancestors all for a few double taps. And when the islands force their own salt water on you, you claim drowning, claim the world needs to be more loving, but who is more kind than a Caribbean, more forgiving than a Caribbean, all foreign, forced to slavery in a white man's paradise as queen, still ruling most of the shorelines, and yet we still find ways to smile, still open our homes to the world, and you, baby girl, would never leave the resort. Reality blurred from your rosé, and as the world laughs at our broken English, the way our tongues stumble across certain words, we know better. Because who is more accommodating than a Caribbean? Patois, a melting pot of everyone on the island, a whole island, just wanting to be able to speak to their own neighbor and look at your stage. You have no neighbors. You break into homes and make yourself a plate and don't use Toronto as a defense. This whole city uses our existence as aesthetic and spits us out like spicy food and lily. We understand there are bodies like yours on our lands, but they aren't you. You can't claim namesake as a birthright, and we get it. Who wouldn't want to be us? But when it comes down to it, just know the sun sets even on paradise, so come celebrate with us. But remember, you are a guest, so do not place yourself at the head of the table. We will try to bite our tongue to stop ourselves from spitting in your food, because I know girls like you. Play Caravana front line all alone in heels, because you ain't ever had to march for multiple continents before, because when Cardi said bloody shoes, she did not mean Louis Vuittons. See, colored girls like us, we exist in intersections, but ours don't cross roads. So when you see us on road, know we remember what this day means, that when we shake our bodies, we shaking shackles. Remember, I told you that even in paradise, the sun always sets outside the comfort of the resort. The Caribbean is praying for a balance between attention and appropriation, wondering why the world claims to love us so much, but would let so many of us live like this. Call it postcard romance and vacation cornrows. How nice it must be to leave the islands and only remember the sun. The only scar you have, a sunburn, as we fade away in the distance. How easily you can claim my home when I still knock at the door. When I still say black before Caribbean. When I still explain the other halves of me and I still feel out of place on road. So sis, until you put some respect on our names and take our grandmas out of your mouth, you ain't invited to the cookout, and if I ever see you on road, do not mistake my smile for forgiveness. My spine just so used to bending, just know, if I ever hear my grandma roll off your tongue again, I hope that she burns your throat like Scotch bonnet.
All right, all right, all right. Judges, take a moment and throw your scores in the chat when you are ready. Lyrically Inclined, you are on deck. Secret City, you're about to be called up in a moment. And Bout Manager, if you can also give me the score for that first poet. But we got one score, we got two scores, we got three scores, we got four scores. And we got five from low to high. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores. Indeed. From low to high, we have an 8.1. We have an 8.2. We have an 8.3, an 8.5, and a 9.5. We are good on time. And our score for the sacrificial poet was?
Score for our sacrificial poet was 26.7 for Chibi. Please give it up for the poet. Give it up for the poem. Don't give it up for the score.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Hey,
that. Appreciate that.
And also, Cuban, what we have, so Secret City is up next, followed by Lyrically Inclined, and then our first indie, which is Brandon Alexander Williams.
Sounds great. Don't be afraid to send it to me in the chat. Appreciate that as well. All right, y'all. Secret City coming up to the stage. Give it up for Black Atticus.
Hello, can you hear me?
You are good.
Every laugh line in her face is bulletproof. Her smile is the artifact that redefines sacred. Her love made purpose pride's permanent replacement and filled the hearts of any and every soldier to march in and out of hell's basement unscathed. To this day, her praise rings of 7 centuries slinking into an infinite stolen moment of grace. Her eyes pierce from a state of understanding, an understanding of life from both sides of hurt and all sides of birth. Went from backed by popular demand to wind up being banned from church, despair from worth, burned at stake, told her place, and definitely erased from his story. So when the tears in her eyes take shape in mind, I am blind to everything but her needs. And right now, she needs me to see to be seized in that sea of everything she bleeds, to believe in that ebb and flow as she swings through her various roles of mother, sister, cousin, auntie, nana, nini, umi, omi, show me the way of a weathered rose that chose to be a goddess in tattered clothes, a mother on death row, a wife yet proposed to. But what ring could ever truly hold you when those hands spent countless days plaiting, twisting braids in some of the nappiest heads this side of the moon, till they eventually became immune to cramping? Those hands derived from a tribe of women who picked through venom for a living, from the orange groves in Florida to the peach orchards in Georgia. Those hands pulled down more than a living wage, picked manna from heaven on a daily basis, and on a daily basis they would snatch and snap the neck of every snake they would see in those trees with a bitch please devotion, whipped round forearm, cast down in one smooth motion, and kept picking. And I am certain that they were serving as your pastor's sermon on how to deal with your serpents. It's urgent that we learn how to love her for having hips wide enough to give birth to jazz, carnivals of households, of laughs, the front lines of a few good men, the drum lines of a few better ones, for giving birth to quantum physics, 1,000 lovers' interest, to rhythms in Zumba, Watotos at Kumba, black magic, rumors. Love her for having feet worthy of following through every shadow in the valley of death on a graveyard shift from 6 to 3 to 9 to 5, with breasts big enough to feed and provide for tomorrow's dreams, on legs to remind us that the journey can be just as enjoyable as the destination, thighs to remind us how full our heart should always be, her heart, her hair growing as if history's greatest mysteries were hidden in every single curl, as if the answers were hidden in the roots, giving her lover's fingers a chance to run through time. She is divine, divine, so divine. The sun only rises to set itself into and seep itself into her sweat, into that beat of sweat that gets to taste that ride down that journey known as her neck. Please know that the universe envies you. Thank you.
All right. Y'all make some noise in the chat. Show some love right now for Secret City Black Atticus one more time. Appreciate that. Fire. Okay. Judges. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know what's popping. We appreciate y'all showing us what's good. So, judges, at the count of 3 or whenever you're ready, go ahead and throw that in the chat. I got 1 score. I got 2.
Hey, Cuban.
Yes. I got 3 scores.
The score for our last poet.
Keep getting muted, Siren. Let me know. You muted again.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. The score for our last poet was a 25.
That is a 25 for Toronto. Awesome. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 scores. My final judge.
I keep trying to put it in, but it won't let me. It just says like ask host to give permission to record, but I don't want to record it.
I don't want
you to record
either.
The recording is for the bout itself. So that's what, with you being here, if you wouldn't mind accepting that.
I feel like I already did. Like, it's not saying that. Every time I try to press enter, it was fine. And it just says, please ask host to give you permission to record.
Jiminy Cricket. And it won't let you type, huh?
It lets me type, but it doesn't let me enter anything.
I see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw you in the waiting room and I'm going to bring you right back.
Okay.
There we go. Watch this. Technology. Gonna throw you in the waiting room. Goodbye. And then I'm gonna be like, come back. Welcome back.
Cuban songs are the best part of Southern Fried.
And then I'm gonna be like, how you doing? Welcome back to the show. My songs are great. I'm fire. Nobody needs to.
All right, Terry, do you want to try one more time to type it in?
Thank you, scorekeeper. Appreciate you letting us know what's popping.
Awesome.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, Terry. You did it. You're the greatest. Out of all the Terrys I've ever known, you're my favorite, for sure.
I mean, I've known a lot of Terrys, and this is my favorite, clearly.
I've known like 1. And he's actually pretty cool. Shout out to Terry Creech, actually. All right.
My Terry was a jerk.
Our scores are, thank you for your patience, everybody. Our scores are from low to high. We have a 9.0. We have a 9.0. We have a 9.2. We have a 9.4. And we have a 9.5. Applaud the poet, not the score. Appreciate you so much. Lyrically inclined. Y'all are all on the same screen, so it's what's good. Anthony B. Daniels to the stage. Y'all give it up for this poet from Lyrically Inclined.
Hello?
You are good.
I tried. I tried. I tried. And if there's nothing left for me, I tried. I tried. I tried. And if my dreams never make it, I tried. I tried. I tried. And if I never get the flowers that I need while I breathe, I'll proceed to still plant seeds. Well, they say one way to fight depression is stop comparisons. I pray today I feel less of an embarrassment. Rose-colored glasses try to grow through the concrete, a boat attacking, never lacking, but it's hard to keep going. Rowing with no paddle, let the current take me away from the shore. Why I can't stay still no more. The one who tries to tie up all the loose ends and begins to ascend lessons to try again. Smoky situations, wanting a miracle. I can't see the tears of a clown right now is critical. Supposed to be jolly like Mardi Gras, but more like April Fool. My rise to the phoenix of life, my rebirth up the cool. But miles ahead, miles to go. I don't want to follow dark water, don't know which way it flows. Treading water through the boats of life, cheerleading success. Even if it's not my own, gonna wish deserving the best. Some days, I wish our efforts was more rewarded. I just wish there was sometimes more than just being dearly departed. Well, I don't think that's selfish. There's gotta be a level beyond happily jealous. My dreams are clear, it's real life that's blurry. I look younger than I am, but my soul's worried. So I try to give effort and let the chips fall. These spots will never change on this leopard. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Show some love for Lyrically Inclined one more time. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Judges, when you are ready, please put your scores in the chat. And Bout Manager, can you tell us what was the score for our last team? I got 1 score. I got 2 scores. I got 3 scores.
For our last team, the score was 27.6.
Ew, 27.6 for Secret City. Appreciate y'all so much. And from low to high for Lyrically Inclined, we have a 7.9. We have a 7.9. We have an 8.1. And we have a 9.5 and a 9.5. Applaud the poet, not the score. What is a score? What is a score? I don't know nothing about score except scoring the steaks I cook. I'll be, a little fried a little bit, I don't know. Anyways, all right. Coming up next to close out our first round is actually our indie poet. We have 3 indie poets in this tournament, and this is our first one coming up. So everyone, please make some noise, show some love for @Brandon Alexander Williams.
Can everybody hear me?
You are good.
Black woman will literally love you to death. That's all she knows. She can fix anything. She be the closest thing to God. Low key, she be God. High key, because we already knew that. Just couldn't put it in the words, so we called it magic. She be the closest thing to God because life happens inside of her. Niggas be talking about, yeah, she just had another baby. Like that be commonplace. Like that be ordinary. Like that don't be extraordinary. Like that don't be remarkable. A brother seed be cool and all, but that seed sow in her tummy and grow to becoming as big as you and I are right now at this moment, fully functioning. That's a big damn deal. Black women love you to life. Black women love you to your best self because she believe in you. She love you. You don't. She love you. You can't. You don't love you. So you think she speak foreign language when she talk about loving you. Like, she speak me. And I don't understand a word, but it sound good. Feel good as heaven. She be heaven. She fit in box begrudgingly, and you still don't know she don't want to be in there. But she be in there. She be she in there. She be her in there. She meet you in there because that's where you be at. I could get used to this, she say. If it means loving black man, well, black boy now, because black boy gonna be man one day. If I have anything to do with it, which I do, he just don't know it yet. He will one day. She believe in him. She study him. She speak life into him. She speak why into him so he can see right into him. She speaks right into him. He break her heart. She teach him lesson, grow from heartbreak and come back stronger. She reinvent herself. More magic. All while feet in the neighborhood. More magic. Home cooked meals. More magic. All while doing hair in its natural state. Throw any girl at her. She whip butters like I can't believe it's not, no matter the curl pattern. More magic. No sleight of hand, just caress of palm, gentle touch, she be delicate. Not without strength, she read me my rights when I need to treat myself better. So selfless. It could have only been Harriet, bro. Brothers be like, if Harriet was a man, but she wasn't. If Harriet was a man, she might be Nat Turner, Les Painter. And he helped a lot, but she was a chess player. He's like, let's kill them all, wait and see. She's like, let's go and keep a gun for safety so we can build a legacy. She protected the village on several different trips. You try to commandeer the voyage, you was over with, boy. She was with the shit. She be Claire Huxtable, comfortable in her own skin. And with yours, she be loyal before. She be loyal, girl, I just met you. She be loyal before. She understands you. Just so you can see her. She understands you. Just so you can see her. She gives galaxy and asks you for a lemonade stand. Really just the lemons. She multiplies whatever you give her. She's a giver. She delivers. She be liver, drunken love, cirrhosis all over her because she love you to death. And she don't want to have to love you that way. But if that's the only language that you speak, then she'll take classes in it. Whatever you need, she'll have you with it. She grabs you with it. She hear people talking shit about black man. She ain't having it. She be like, don't talk shit about my son. I rotate around him and he keep me warm and give me light. Moon do too. Who grew you? Where your mama at? 90% of black folks love they mama. Facts, 99% love they grandmama Jack. And if you don't, or you can't, or you won't, and I can't relate to you. Thank you.
All right. Judges, take a moment and think about what you want to have for the poets, the indie poet, Mr. Brandon Alexander Williams. We have a score for our last team was a 25.5. I got one judge. I got two judges. I got three judges. And we're waiting for our final judges. And I want to take a moment right now to let y'all know the finals is tomorrow and tickets are for sale. So get yourself some tickets, man. It's going to be dope. If you are not a registered member of Southern Fried, your $15 ticket will get you a membership for a year. It's actually pretty dope. All right. From low to high, we have a 9.3. We have a 9.5. We have a 9.6, and then we have a 9.7 and a 9.7. Good on time. Please applaud the poet, not the score, y'all. Give it up. And we are going right into our second round. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. We are moving smooth, quick. Oh, man, we almost started on time. I'm trying to break a record. I'm trying to look at the YouTube thing and be like, what? Okay, that's what I'm trying to be. Secret City, who are you sending up? I didn't see it from Secret City. All right.
Hello.
Hey, go in, poet. You are loud and clear.
If I were a rapper, I would rap all day. Smoke 'em blunt, step me, make my troubles go away. Make 'em read between the lines of me rhymes. Fuck what you say, because you'll be here, okay. If I were a rapper, I would have game swagger, tongue hanging, just stepping into my verses. String swinging high, go getting spitting acapella, making it rain. Your brain will be losing its mind. I will spit flames, isolated firearms, pop locking from that bang and that boom on me, dropping bombs and landmines on mines. I wasn't mind-blowing minds. I blow up before time could tell the mind with his hands. I wouldn't even give a damn. I would be a jerk. Making body jerk from jerking, speaking that word flow up a beat. MC light like a feed up, beat the beat up, take care of all of my no dead beats. I'll be that knock, calling up your back, make me skip tracks. I'll be that microphone checker. Woody Pecker sounded like Ooh, 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 do you feel me? I would let you feel me. If I were a rapper, man, I would be nasty. I would make you come, make you run wax off on the eardrums. I would be fly. Wife my thoughts up, sending on trips, and my oblongata, sailing through skies with 9 clouds bumping into mazes. I would let her spend nights and days in my brain. She would be like, wow, you're amazing. Because I'll be poking, stroking, provoking verbs to get down and dirty with my nouns. My spoken words will be smoking words caught up behind bars, talking about how intricate their sentences. I will rehearse rhymes and reverse minds back in the time where they first found out what that art was. But I'm that art is. That's heartless because I don't know where my heart is. So regardless of what's going on, I spit up, regurgitate phrases on sheets, twist them up, playing hand games. I tweet, sticking up a birdie, letting these fingers way out of cages. If I were a rapper, I would be louder than one mic with 10 fucking stages. If I were a rapper, my heart would not be falling onto these pages. Falling into a world with clicking my shoes 3 million times to stay afloat only leaves me with red heels. No clues to why I wanted to be home. Leaves me with the ashes, the dust on my feet. I'm walking around the streets on my notepad with a bottle of blues, trying to find out my way, stumbling over my lines, trying to find my direction. Stumbling on my line, trying to find my direction. I'm working, erasing, scrubbing these sheets, trying to get rid of the dirt. But the hurt is what I'm still seeing. I'm seeding, planting and dwelling in poetries. But we need our own home, sanctuary, flowing off the dome, living by our words, because nobody wants to be alone. So when life tells me no, I flow. As my heart beats out of my chest, I say yes to the beat that's in the background where I can live through my words. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Give it up for the poet one more time, Taria from Secret City. Awesome, awesome stuff. Judges, go ahead and take a moment and please put your scores up when you are ready. And our score for our last poet. Oh man, did you got a score for our last poet? I bet it was cool. Let me see what we got on scores. Let me see what we got on scores. I got 1 score, 2 score, 3 score, 4 score.
Thank you, Ben.
Yo, what it do?
The score for our last poet, Brandon Alexander Williams, was a 28.8 with no time issues.
Hey, 28.8, no time issues. Love it. Thank you so much. Applaud the poet, not the score. Not the score. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores from low to high. I have an 8.9. I have a 9.6, 9.8. Sorry, 9.6, 9.7, 9.8, and a 10. Again, that is an 8.9, 9.6, 9.7, 9.8, and a 10 for the poet. Applaud the poet, not the score, y'all. Applaud the poet. Not the score, not the score, not the score. All right, coming up next, lyrically in, oh, sorry, no, I'm Toronto. Toronto, who are you sending up?
Hold on one second. It is lyrically inclined with Sydney.
Sorry.
Sydney.
All good. Give it up for lyrically inclined. Sydney. Toronto, you're on deck.
It is not letting us start video. It says unable to start video. You can't start your video. Okay.
There you go, lyrically inclined. We see you.
Hello. You can hear me?
Good to go.
Clear.
Okay. We should allow teacher-led prayer in public schools. The kids can pray to Krishna in math, Allah in history, learn a Buddhist chant in PE. No, you meant just your God. Of course you did. The world over, the faithful sound off and take aim in opposition to one another, but suggest they may all be wrong. Barred from public office in Texas, prison in Poland, execution in Saudi Arabia. It's the story of our species. What's one more heretic burned at the stake for dragging humanity kicking and screaming into the future? See, if there is a God, I would not worship him. I have no need of that hypothesis. I am the doubter. I squint into my microscope, this close to a cure. So I beg governments to fund my labs. I share my discoveries. They exploit them. Atoms can connect and power the globe or level 2 world cities. Please heed my warnings. It could be the whole planet next time. It's the whole planet this time. I explore the cosmos and protect us from it. Yet you question my morality as if microbiologists are shooting down telescopes with dissertations and astrophysicists pass laws banning petri dishes. Don't put this shit on us. Get out of my classroom. You can't teach abstinence and believe it didn't work that one time. You credit your imaginary friend for my hard work. Threaten me with your imaginary enemy. On my inventions, I'll shut the whole internet off. I'll invent stone-proof glass panels and throw what I like. If I have questions, I can consult a poorly translated collection of Bronze Age fairy tales or engage with reality. I see you, mad, fingers pointed firmly at fundamentalists. But if it's always the fundamentalists, the problem's the fundamentals. Yes, prayer can bring comfort to some, but someone, somewhere, still has to actually solve the problem. So while the masses squabble over petty nonsense, the doubters will save us all. Thank you.
All right, lyrically inclined. Thanks so much. Awesome job. Awesome job. Please applaud the poet one more time. Show some love to the poet. Show some love to the poet. Secret City, you had a score in that last round for a 29.1. Applaud the poet, not the score. Toronto, you're about to come up. But before that, judges, what you got? What you got, judges? What you got? We got 1 score. We got 2 scores. We got 3 scores. We got 3 scores. We got 4 scores. We got 5 scores? That's what I'm talking about. All right, from low to high, we have a 7.6. We have a 8.0. We have an 8.5, an 8.5, and a 9.9. Applaud the poet, not the score, y'all. Show some love to the poet. Coming up next, to close out the team portion of our second round, give it up for Toronto, sending up Desiree McKenzie.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Don't make your kids hug people. The random at the party saying, "So where's my hug?" Don't make them. Because I think there's something to be said for kids making their own decisions and having autonomy over their bodies and the affection they give. Because what will consent mean if kids are never given the right to it themselves? Because as a kid, I was the truest I'd ever been to myself. And don't confuse this for a lack of discipline. Gut feelings were what I lived by, and sometimes it costed me a bruised knee from bailing off the swing too early, or a scolding after a family party for not hugging everyone upon entry. But I knew me. I knew when I didn't want to hug, give my uncle a kiss, bracing my neck to resist as he pulls me in. I knew I didn't like it. I knew I didn't want to cuddle my stepdad. I couldn't ever grow to call him dad, and now I wish I could reward intuition for preparing me for how uncomfortable it would be when he would watch my friends in the swimming pool a little too carefully. When he started messaging my best friend inappropriately, I say thankfully, he wasn't that close to me. Thankfully, I'm able to repress memories. I'll address them when I am brave enough to unpack them. I never let him in. I never let him be. I felt like his hugs were a little too tight, hand on my lower back in family pictures, weighted a little too strong, gazes held a little too long. And I feel gratitude that my intuition played guardian angel just enough, lifting me at the sign of any touch, but I feel for the children drawn too close, guided by loving arms into ones that would suffocate, because what's thicker than water are people who latch on to little kids and call themselves family. Sometimes it's like talking to strangers would actually be safer. So I'm sorry for all of the small voices, all of those gut feelings being gutted, Because if we tell kids to only speak when spoken to, there have been times my inner voice has screamed at me in volume. So please listen to your kids, the shy ones. Adults should know the consequences of learning the hard way, learning a hard lesson fast, when it's children that end up feeling the concrete impact. That my skin knees run deeper than my skin surface. So please don't make your kids hug people. Thank you.
All right. Give it some love to the poet from Toronto. Lyrically inclined, Sydney, you had a score of a 25. Keeping it going. Celia, poet, you're about to be coming up in just a moment. But before that, judges, let me know what you think of that last poem we just heard from Toronto. I got 1 score, 2 score, 3 scores. I'm loving my judges. They putting these scores right in there. They put names and all that. I thank you, judges. I appreciate y'all. That's what we need. Keeping it going. We got 1, 2. We got all 5 scores here from low to high, y'all. We have a 9.0, another 9.0. Then we have a 9.1, a 9.6, and a 9.8. Applaud the poet, not the score. You know what I'm saying? Applaud the poet. It's hard to do poetry things like that. And we're going to keep it going, because our next poet to the stage is our second individual poet, y'all. And then we're going into the 3rd round. Can you believe it? I can barely believe it. But coming up next, y'all, give it up for our incredible second indie poet. Give it up for Celia the poet.
Hello.
You are good.
When I die, do not post on my Facebook page, I can't believe you're gone. Do not post on my Instagram pictures or videos about my love for smiley fruit snacks from Walmart, about my love for eating a bag of ice like kettle corn from the Orange County Fair, about my love for making the corners of my mouth reach my ears. Pictures and videos will not bring me back, but I know it will feel like I'm alive a bit longer. Don't worry, I'll be with Audrey Lorde, drinking rum and Red Bull until the sun explodes, playing spades with Zora Neale Hurston, Gwendolyn Brooks, and Sojourner Truth. I'll be in a lyrical cipher with Ethridge Knight, Gil Scott-Heron, and Langston Hughes, spitting rhymes like there's no sense of time, living in paradise. Nah, y'all don't get an invite. When I die, throw a damn party somewhere with an echo so this celebration can be heard around the world. Drink like Jesus just turned water into wine for the first time. Yo, take a shot of tequila for me. For every time my poems touched a soul dance, like you feel the beat of the music make love to your heart. I know the thunderstorm in your eyes will start to erupt. Everything will feel like the radio knowing what song to play at the exact moment when you didn't even ask. Use each tear to nourish the morning. Draining the heart causes the body to weaken, and I have too much heart for that to happen to you. So when I die, tattoo every poem I've written on my body in black ink, in elephant font, because I knew what it meant to take up space with my poems, burn my body like lavender and sage, playing Chopin's greatest pieces in the background, throw my ashes into the Atlantic, so I can be with my ancestors, listening to their stories they've been waiting to tell from the tip of their lips for generations. Raid every open mic and poetry slam in the country. Let your heart speak freely. Your voice box a speaker, your mouth a microphone. Don't wait for an audience. The angels and demons are listening. The humans are sleeping. I'll be snapping to the lyrics of your soul into your hands. Can't write anymore. Write your poems like they'll last forever. Our bodies were always meant to expire, but our stories were meant to last beyond our existence. Do not sell my Avatar The Last Airbender trading cards, because those are limited edition, only made once in a lifetime. Very few have the privilege of having them around and know of their existence, just like me. And those will always stay alive. Thank you.
So let's go. Give it up for Celia the poet. Show some love. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Judges, when you're ready, throw up that score. We're going to see what we got popping. And I will get you the scores for that last poet that came up. But I got 1 score. I got 2 scores. I got 3 scores. I got a yes. I got a, what is this? 3? Is that 4 scores? Here we go. Just need one more score.
So keeping the score for the last round with Toronto Poetry Slam was a 27.7.
Heck yeah. Appreciate that so much. And I have all 5 scores here for our indie Celia the poet from low to high. We have an 8.4. Then we're going to go straight up to an 8.5. Then we're going to go to 8.7. Then we're going to go to 9.7. We're going to go to 9.8. And we're going to applaud the poet, not the score. That's how we do. And y'all, just like that, we are halfway through this bout. Matter of fact, I'm feeling so good. I feel like we should take like a 5-minute break. 5 minutes exactly. Not like for real friend 5 minutes, but like 5 minutes. So it is 2:52 right now. Sorry, I'm on West Coast time. It is 5:52 right now. I'm going to give you exactly, let's call it 5:53, and we're going to join back here at 5:58. So judges, if you step away for a moment, just let us know when you're back, and we appreciate it, y'all. We will get some time to check in, and our total score for Celia the poet is a 26.9. We'll be back here at 5:58. Okie dokes, okie dokes. You can come on back. You can come on back, cause I can spit some raps, cause my name is that Matt dude. Yeah, don't walk on me, going so oftenly. Might pour some coffee before me so freely, cause I'm sleepy. That was my rap. No big deal. Thank you, Dawn, for turning on your camera. Thanks. If I could just make sure that our judges are back in attendance. I see you, Terry. I see you, Terry. Terry got all the technology worked out. I'm loving it. Hell yeah. Welcome back. I got 2 judges with cams on. No problem. Take your time. I'm glad we are back in the spot, in the place to be. We're going to go into our 3rd round, which is going to be absolutely great. In this round, we are going to see Lyrically Inclined, Toronto Poetry Slam, Secret City, and then we're going to close out this round with our indie, Mr. Ed Mabry. I'm excited, yo. I don't know how y'all are feeling. I don't know if people are enjoying themselves. I'm enjoying myself. This is wonderful. This is really, really great. We are keeping good on time. I want to make sure that my bout managers, my scorekeepers, that all of those folks are back on deck and ready to rock. I think I got 3 judges with the cameras on. I got 4 judges with their cameras on. What? I got 4 judges with their cameras on? That means I just need, I got 5 judges with the cameras on. Do I have 5 judges? I don't know. But I feel like I do. I got 1, 2, 3 right there. Then I got 4. And then I got, I'm missing 1, right? I'm missing 1 judge. I believe there is 1 judge still needed. So we're going to wait for our last judge to come back. We got scorekeeper and timekeepers in the house. Loving it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Shout out to the bout manager, managing the bout. Bout if he's managing my life. Because you on point like that. Oh, there's my judge. This is a great time for the judge to get kicked. And they're back. Couldn't have picked a better time in the bout for the judge to get kicked. Hey, welcome back. You good? You trying to leave us, huh? We would have found you. We would have sent the crew. No, it's playing.
Doesn't love us anymore. Oh no.
I had too many apps open. I should be good now.
I know how it is. Well, thank you so much for closing them apps and getting back. We got all our judges, we got all our scorekeepers, timekeepers, and the host is back too, because that's the point. But I'm ready to go ahead and get started. I'm not sure if Lyrically Inclined did, but they did. So Lyrically Inclined sending up poet number 1 in this here 3rd round. Give it up for Lyrically Inclined, Alex Poetic. So
can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Great. Letter to his new wife. How does it feel to know that your husband is a deadbeat? That he left your chambers late each night, creeping between her sheets and you, lying there, imagining their fingers interlocked, cringing at the thought of their embrace, pounding away at your foundation. How many times did you question the fragrance of his malicious intent, wafting past your nostrils the scent of roses on his fist? Remnants of love blended with maroon silk pillowcases will not cleanse the essence of your malcontent. For his long, deep kisses pressed against your lips, vile, putrid, disgusting. If only you knew how her youth meant more to him than all he's left you with. Yet the memory of bruised kisses still linger at the edges of your smile. But at least you had enough money to hide your broken teeth. You labeled him a king because he gave your ass my ring. How long did it take you to realize the depth of his shallow intent? 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches? Or did he just ask you to put the head in? Yeah, you can think I'm a bitch, but your desperation to just have any man led your spirit to beat to someone else's drum. He left your bedding stained in your remorse, his scent lingering, hovering, Queen, did no one teach you the value of your smile? That love is not meant to be like rubies dripping from your crown. Queen, I pray you have the courage to stand up. Do not let his spirit weary your soul with reasons of why you should not have voice. Let no weapon formed against you tame the essence of your spine, even with his hands around your neck. Do not let him make you believe that you are worthless. Queen, you are not worthless. Please, get off of the floor, fix your crown, stand up, and fight back. Thank you.
Yeah. Give it up for Lyrically Inclined. That is what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Appreciate y'all. Okay. Judges. Thanks for being in the spot and the place to be. All right, judges. This is our first poet score. So go ahead and throw that into the chat. And judges, you know, man, some of our poets, we be getting a little scared sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So try to pick the in-betweens to step away from the camera if you can, because we love y'all so much. Appreciate you. Okay, I got scores. I got a 1 score. I got a 2 score. I got a 3 score. I got 4 scores. Do I have 5? I do. Here we go. From low to high. We have an 8.4. We have an 8.5, an 8.5. Then we have a 9.0 and a 9.4. Applaud the poet, not the score. That's like if I was like a movie trailer for like the score, that would be okay. All right, coming up next from Toronto Poetry Slam. We got poet A, no, we got poet B representing. Give it up for AJ from Toronto.
Hello.
You are good to go.
I entered this world under an opposite sun, and my mother cried for 24 hours straight. A pink blanket awaited my arrival, but grandma trusted predestined fate. Swollen ankles, sour food, carrying low, and mother scoffed scarlet but still named me Andrea, a Greek word that means manly. I rattled out of my mother in a fit of rage, so grandma baptized me an Aries child, son of war. Maybe she knew I would twist into wet dough steaming on the tarmac, and my body becomes 2 ends of a magnet, and mother would always beg the gravity to pull me softer, but instead, I found a middle. Between the branding of a birth certificate and screaming and thrashing with a field of hair all over me, thickening as my nose jutted and hands elongated. Men have always looked at me and sneered at the rotting of their desire. Parts of me always outdo their shameful limbs, masochism ignoring a drying jaw, feeding on the chewable parts of me and only wanting what they can break into. At 13, in the molting of my childhood, I became a cicada, screaming from a branch, waiting for dawn's cooling forgiveness, to forget how my skin clatters in the heat of an undesired cocoon, shedding against any shade to feel the opposite of drowning in my own earthy must. But despite rejecting my silhouette's reveal in tight clothing, I will always be my mother's swelling. She says my shell is recipe booking. Knees that knock, wrinkle in left cheek, lower back carves. She says, can you see us in your grandmother? Her kiln breaded me in sunder flour for 34 years. Grandma remembers me at 13, a beanstalk child, stretching just like her. And old photographs could prove time travel, but I am not the her they expect me to be. I am but the aftertaste of a woman. My given name is tongued sandpaper that undresses the rind out of a drying throat and rots the girlhood I denounced at 18. So I hushed regret this inherited matriarch, a lineage that ends with me, ungendered, away from the bellies that have homed me. Thank you.
All right, all right. Y'all show some love for the poets from Toronto. That is what I'm talking about. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. We had a score for Lyrically Inclined. It was at 26.0. About the poet, not the score. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm already seeing that our next team is ready. But judges, please go ahead and throw that score in the chat for us. Appreciate it so much. Oh man, my judges are on fire. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 scores. That is what I'm talking about, judges. Y'all been amazing. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who competes in Poetry Slam, I usually don't appreciate the judges, but I appreciate y'all a lot tonight. Y'all are killing it, showing up on point, and it has been wonderful. I think I'm still waiting for one more score. Let me check. Yep, one more score from one more judge. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's my final score. Thank you so much, judges. I appreciate it. From low to high, we have an 8.4, an 8.9, and then we are going straight up to a 9.1, a 9.8, and a 9.9. Applaud the poets, not the score. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Very, 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 very nice. And again, we already had our score for our last team from Lyrically Inclined, but coming up right now, representing Secret City, y'all give it up for Quinn to the stage.
Hello? Can you guys hear me? Or see me?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Okay, I was just waiting for the video. Okay.
Your video will go when you talk.
Okay. At the beginning of quarantine, I've gotten every text from every ex, a like, a swipe, and even a DM, emojis under pictures like flame, eggplant, tongue, the little cat, yeah, all of them, FaceTime calls, AM or PM, it's always demon time when we can't seem to go outside, selfies from in between the legs, fond memories of sitting on furniture, and just when I would feel a little warmth between my thighs, the Holy Spirit snaps me into my right mind and reminds me that these niggas just want pussy. Convenient pussy. Just call a Uber over here. My girlfriend don't do it like you. I know we haven't talked in 3 months, but let's smoke and chill. Let's quarantine together. I want to hear your poetry in person. We'll both wear our masks. I'll stay 6 feet away if I'm hitting it from the back. I want you to have my kids. I'll just put it in once. Truth is, I've always liked you. We'll wash our hands, man. Fuck a pandemic. I'm different than these other guys. I'm a feminist. You get your stimulus check? I miss you, pussy. My pussy knows they never mean what they say. COVID coochie or pandemic pussy is not something I will give away. My vagina is not a vaccination, more like an actual cure, not a temporary relief or momentary moan. My clit is the shit. This body be demanding rounds of applause and accurate affection, not a little text, little dick, or an accurate attention. My body is a temple. So get on your knees and prepare to worship and nourish it with some praise and respect, not emojis and late night texts. Most importantly, when the world is disarray, why are you thinking about pussy? I ain't thinking about reproduction when I need my reparations. Ain't no penis that's gonna make me feel better about my overwhelming pessimism. But maybe this act of desperate foreplay is you recognizing how real this thing is. Death seems so real, yet no one knows where it came from, how to stop it. They say wear masks, but hoods only seem to make my people more of a target or a corner store or a traffic stop or any cop. This is a scary time for all of us. And just because society is starting to open up don't mean my legs will. I mean, if the world were to end as a Scorpio, I would still head. But I can't do it right now. I can't. So to all my niggas, and I mean this gender neutrally, if you just trying to lay me down and not build me up, leave me alone, shut up, God bless. And I will continue to ignore all of your texts. Thank you.
All right, all right. Give it up for Secret City one more time. Poets, our score for the Poets from Toronto was a 27.8. That's what I'm talking about. Everything be good on time. Judges, when you're ready, Throw that score in the chat. You feel me? Throw it in the chat for me. Let me see what's popping in the chat. I got 3 scores. Got 3 scores in the chat right now. I got 4 scores in the chat right now. And I'm waiting for my final one. I always appreciate it. There's always one judge who's like really, really thinking about it. Think about it. Think about it. Marinate. Let it seep in. You feel me? I am not mad at the marination. All right. From low to high, we have. Do I have all my scores? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me check. All right, cool. From low to high, it looks like we have a 9.4. We have another 9.4. Then we are going up to a 9.7, and we have a 10 and a 10. Applaud the poet, not the score. I love it. So great. Appreciate you. But before we go into our 4th round, we have our final indie poets, which is what I'm talking about. So please give it up. Coming to the stage, our final and 3rd indie poet. Give it up for Ed Mabry.
Hello, can you hear me?
Ed, you are good.
Excuse me. Hi. I'm 4 years old. I got a riddle. Well, it's a question. You ready? Okay. What's Wonder Bread so curious about? What's a recession? Why my mama tired of the time? And she say she tired because she got a recession, but then she say she ain't want a recession. So what's she taking for? I got another question now. I'm 6. To be a man in front of our house sometime and he's smelly but look really crazy. But he say I got his eyes that he my daddy. But mama say he ain't allowed inside the fence though. What's a junkie? I'm 8. I cut grass in the summertime to help my mama out with bill money, but she let me keep some up for candy though. This boy came by the other day, offered me $50, take a bag down the street for him, but mama chased him away though. What's blood money? Mama say she lost her job because of the pandemic, but it's not that we ain't had no electricity. It's just she felt like lighting them candles that we had from the Dollar Tree. It's not that we had no food to eat the past month. She thought what they throw out behind the McDonald's at night in the dumpster tastes better. Yeah, I ain't believe it either. So I found that boy with them dope bags, and I told him I was ready. What's low middle income? I'm 10. And some boys jumped me and took the chain that the boy I worked for gave me. Okay, I admit it. I cried a little bit, but the boy came up on me to hit me, said, "Man, no cry, punk." Then handed me a gun. It was heavy. What's a father figure? I'm 13. The boy I worked for, he gave me my first. It was scary. The boy worked for though. He said, "It's cool, dog. Everybody's scared the first time." Then he saw the kids took my chain a while ago. He handed me a gun and say, "It's cool, dog. Everybody's scared the first time." What's the rite of passage? I'm 16 and got my own corner dealing. Question? Yeah, you buying or selling? Otherwise, why you wasting my time with all these questions, yo? I'm 21 doing my 2nd bid in jail. Man, teens ain't shit. My brother in here, my father out in New York working out right now, man. It doesn't have jail time, fool. It's a family reunion, son. I needed a break. Question? Yeah, we got Nike cell phone and cable in here. I'm 30 for a shot of jail, nigga. What? 35. Work till they pay till they manual labor, son. You cash that check at the corner store. You spend that check at the corner store. Smoke the same shit I used to sell, baby. Question? Yeah, hold up. What's a corner store? What's an ulcer? What's no health insurance? What's a pandemic? What's I'm sleeping in a cardboard box on the same corner I used to sling rocks on, nigga? I'm 40 and I'm a little strung out on this shit now, you know what I'm saying? But I got to tell you what, I got a gun with 1 bullet. I'm only gonna shoot the person who can't answer this question. You ready? What was the name of the 10 speed I had when I was a kid? Was we friends once? Did I lose you or you lose me? Did I lose you in that summer? That fire, that rose? Why my mama tired of times? Because she dead? Why the drugs so good, so sweet, so understanding, and the massage of our temples, the Vicodin, the crack rock, the baby ass, and LSD, the heroin, all those honors, all the rape veins. When Jesus coming back? I'm tired of being tired. How come I can't hear the Wells gospel? No, who stole my ocean? Who stole your perfect circle? How come every suit I wear is jet black and every car coming up look like fucking hearse? I got a question. What's Wonder Bread so curious about? Huh? Bang!
Y'all give it up for Ed Mabry one more time. Judges, take your time. Throw those scores in the chat. And we're going to let you know what the score was for our last poet in just a moment. But take your time, throw those scores in the chat. And also, we are going to keep going. For Secret City, we have a score of a 29.1. 29.1 for Secret City. Applaud the poet, not the score. I got 4 scores for Ed Mabry. Still waiting for my final score from my thinker. Love my thinkers. Love the ones who think. So great. So great. We're going to keep that going. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores from Ed Mabry. From a low to high, we have a 9.5. Then we're going to go to a 9.8, a 10, a 10, and a 10. Applaud the poet, not the score. We got a time of 3:05. Take it to the house. You got that 5. Take it to the house. Slip and slide. No, just me. I'm from Florida. It's okay. All right, y'all. We are going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break. Excuse me. 9.9, not 9.8. Excuse me. Did I say 9.8? I thought I said 9.9. I be saying things wrong, though. I will read those scores again from low to high. We have a 9.5. Then we have a 9.9, a 10, a 10, and a 10. My
The
bad.
scores have been updated and accurate.
Thank you. I'm dyslexic, and I be thinking things, and I think it was 318, and I might have saw the 8, and I don't know, but thank you for keeping me on point. Look, together as a community, we are strong. So I appreciate y'all. So, my bout manager is letting me know that we are going to take another quick little break because we're flying through this bout right now, and we're going to go into our last round in just a moment. But Siren, is there anything you want to say about this break as we go into it?
Definitely. This is going to be as fast as we can. We have some technological issues that are happening on the judges' side, and we want to make sure that we are good for all poets. Nothing that's disrupted the poetry, just the need to switch devices for an update or something. So once that judge gets back with us, we're good to go. Please don't forget that we have our bouts at 7, at 9, and then at 11, we have that haiku, do we?
We sure do.
Excellent. So
we got the haiku thing happening tonight, and we've got plenty more bouts to come. If you haven't had a chance to check out those bouts, make sure you do so. And I know that one of our judges is going to take a moment, log off, and then log back on. So Judge, if you can do that now so we can get us going, that is okay. And I know our bout manager is working out with you. Other than that, look, I think it's so great. Our judge was like, hey, in like 10 minutes, I'm going to have to update something. I'm good now, but in 10 minutes. I was like, cool, let's do these things now. Let's take care of all this now so that we're going to go into our 4th round, super clean and super concise. So that is what I'm all about. I'm really enjoying this bout right now, man. This bout's crazy. Super fire. All my other judges, if you guys want to take a break for a second, you can turn off your cameras. I know it's actually screen fatigue. Zoom fatigue is real, man. I've spent this entire week heavy on the computer because myself and our fellow board members have been organizing this wonderful festival. And again, y'all, this never happened in the history of people, right? Where we have 21 teams with 5 members on each team, plus 12 individual poets competing in a poetry slam, where we have judges. Each bout has 5 judges. Y'all, you realize this is bout 14. We're going to have all the way up to bout 18 today. We've had 5 judges for each one of those bouts. You do the math, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I want to shout out our volunteers. I want to shout out our coordinator of volunteers, because that is a job your boy is not suitable for.
They're amazing at it, though. Our volunteer coordinators are tops.
My gosh. I mean, absolutely. I was thinking, when it comes to like the bout scheduling, when it comes to like how we've done this. And so you teams know Southern Fried is usually only done 3 days. The bouts are like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. and then they're all put in there. We've stretched it out this year to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so that we don't have too many bouts overlapping, which has been really, really great. And today we're doing 2 bouts right now. We're gonna have 2 bouts at 7 o'clock and then 2 more bouts at 9 o'clock. So listen, it has been a monumental feat to be able to get this in order. And I want to remind you that nobody on your board is being paid to do this. We're doing it because we like you. And we like our community. Look, I've been coming to Southern Fried since I was 15 years old. Nuts. My mom and dad drove me to Miami to compete at the 2004 Southern Fried. I met all these poets that changed my life forever. This is a community that I am forever indebted to. Don't be asking no questions, Rhea. Ask you how old I am. You do the math. I gave you the numbers. Jiminy Cricket. But you know what?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was gonna say I'm hyped. My birthday is next Wednesday, or I should say this Wednesday, 16th. Me and Tupac shouting it out. My Venmo is at Matthew Cuban. Holla at your boy. But you know what I'm saying? Yo, my birthday is next week. I'm turning 34. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I've been coming to Southern Fried for more than half of my life. I spent more than half my life spending my summers with these incredible poets. But you know what, Siren? I could totally keep stalling like Joseph. But our judge is back and we are good to go. So judges, if you are back and ready to rock, go ahead and turn your cameras back on for us. Thank you so much, Judge 3, for letting us know what's happening. I appreciate you for organizing and getting that set up. You're such a responsible judge. If only the rest of the poetry world had responsible judges. I gotta tell you, judges are the #1 thing that is tough for poetry slams. We've had all kinds of conversations about judges, making sure that we have fair judges, making sure that we have fair people who are going to be judging this competition. And man, we have had some knockout judges, not only in this bout, but in this entire tournament. I am forever indebted to y'all. If I had enough money, I'd Venmo you a sandwich. I don't even think that's how Venmo works, but I'm waiting for Judge 2 to turn on their camera and Judge 1 to turn on the camera when they're ready. I totally gave them a break. You know, they might be fiction sandwiches. It's cool. I can keep rocking. I want to offer each slam match. I want to offer each of the slam masters if they need to feel that the judges need to recalibrate. I don't think so. It's been pretty cool. We've been moving pretty steady, and these judges really haven't been going nowhere. I don't want to give them more than they need to, but you know what I'm saying? If there is poets in there that think that recalibration needs to happen, it's there. But you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To write in the chat, I have to pick up the phone. That's why my camera moves.
That's more than fine. We just need to make sure that you are still here. That's the big important thing.
You're wonderful. I'm not even tripping. This is me. Not even tripping. I'm hanging out. I'm cool. You look great. You got this. What is that? Turquoise? You got a hat popping. I see you. I'm still waiting for my judge #1 to get back and turn their camera on when they're ready. But no worries. I'm waiting for Terry. Miss Terry's so great. Been holding us down. Yeah, man. I've been having a lot of conversations. People have been trying to get me to watch Demon Slayer. I don't know, man. I want to watch these animes, but like, they be going in. I'm gonna get on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Dragon Ball Z kid personally. You feel me? Shouts out to animation. Shouts out to things. But the real question is, have you seen Invincible? I think that's the real question. If you haven't spent time watching the show Invincible, I'm not sure if you've been watching anything. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think you have understood the value of entertainment.
Okay, so I understand, like, this is the thing for me is that when I first read it, this is more appropriate for Nerd Slam. I definitely should have done this during Nerd Slam because Invincible is based off of a comic, and it is ridiculous. So if you like the TV show, definitely check out the comic. And that's my recommendation for you, just a heads up.
Yeah, but watch the TV show first because it's amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like people telling you, watch the movie before you read the book. No, it don't work like that. But I do like, I like the show. It's really good. It's really good. They made some cool choices. And yeah, man, superheroes, punches, all them things. Really, really great. Still waiting on our judge #1. Judge #1, if you can hear us and you are ready to rock, we're just waiting on you to turn on your camera. And once you do, we will be on and popping. And y'all, we've just got our, oh, hey, Terry, how you doing? You good, Terry? You was just enjoying the conversation, huh? You got here just catching up. I'm going to tell you, I'll give you the Amazon password. I got you. All right, all our judges are present. Thank you so much, Judge #1, Judge #2, Judge #3, Judge #4, Judge #5. God bless all that you do. we are going to be going into our final round. Do you want to do, can we do a recalibration poet? If you would like, we've had the same judges this whole time and we only take a short break, but we can do a recalibration poet if you want. Cool. Siren, is that you volunteering yourself?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I love it. I didn't know if this is you pointing to me because I'm above you, but everybody, this is our recalibration poet. This is a poet who will not be competing in this competition, but we will judge them to make sure our judges still know how to judge and works. Please give it up for your incredible bout manager, amazing human being, awesome person with the coolest side of their head shaved. Give it up for Siren to the stage.
Dear Poet Elite, you are the original picture with your offbeat beat hat, angry fist pumping, mouth dumping scat about how politics corrupts, consumerism fucks society in the ass like an angry, disgruntled ex-lover. His words, not mine. You have this silken picture of utopia and the dope you spit into the mic, and meanwhile, every 14-year-old caught in the clutches of a 3-ring binder full of words and emotions causes commotions, and the judges just sit back and nod their heads. Meanwhile, poetry's meaning lies dead in a dumpster, looking up at the stars, because, yeah, it's a show, but glamming up the words past the point of honesty to the point where you can't follow me when I'm trying to paint the picture of something a little bit more real than the feel of a clove-smoked reality. The color of every picture is picture perfect if you water it down, concentrate it, and manipulate it. So, dear Poet Elite, you stepped out of that deadbeat era professing the rules of poetry, but you don't stand in the same spot as the fresh set of lips of a microphone virgin whose words have never been spoken. Sometimes all you have to do is see that speaking that simple blasphemy. I am human. I am alone. That's all that poetry has to be about. Things aren't always final. Things aren't always beautiful or true. And dear fucking God, love doesn't rhyme with dove or above. It rhymes with flesh, hunger, subtle, brash. And the poet who comes to the mic understands just that with the knees knocking, judges talking, eyes shining dots bright right from the spotlight and stomach tied in knots only to see you, Mr. Poet Elite. You, Mr. On that offbeat, winning at faking instead of taking a hammer to that stained glass window and breaking into something beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. Give it up for our second sacrificial poet of the evening. Judges, judge that poet, man. You know what I'm saying? You can judge it. It's cool. Put some scores in the chat for that poet. I liked it in the poem. I feel like I could be biased towards this poem because, you know what I'm saying? It's a poem. It's whatever. But awesome stuff. Shouts out to the poet. Siren is my Call of Duty plunder buddy. When we get money in Call of Duty, we're doing it.
Sneak.
Through plunder. Sneak. Engage the sneak. So we have our 4-5 scores from our poet. From low to high, we have an 8.7. We have an 8.8. We have an 8.9. We have a 9 and a 9.2. And we have an awesome poet and an awesome bout manager. Please applaud the poet and not the score. They did not know that they were about to do that poem, and they just rocked that out in a second. So thank you so much. Before we get into our final round, I want to let you know that our indie poet, Ed Mabry, had a total score of a 29.9. Secret City, you are on deck. Please let us know what poet you are sending up. But coming up first in our final round. This is our final round, right? Right? Yeah, final round. Oh, my gosh. All the way from Toronto, please give it up. Let me make sure. Yeah, all the way from Toronto, please give it up for Sova.
I did what I could to protect myself from the water and all it's expected to conceal. I'm terrified of drowning, so I conjure a community from kiddie pool. Turn this ocean from ecosystem, from bounty, from open to barren, to sterile, safe, and yet sorry. You can still drown in shallow water if someone is holding you down. The word stop spills out of my mouth like broken faucet drips again, floods the room. I hold my breath, realizing it was never really mine to hold like everything else. My survival is just another favor, gifted to me from the kindness of someone else's heart at the mercy of someone else's hands. I'm getting dressed. Your grin illuminated by your phone screen. The text reads, guess what I just did in a motel room? Turn my assault into conquest. Spectacle. Every slam needs an audience. No winner. Judges decide it's you. Take the stage, leaving me to resuscitate myself. Blocking you on Facebook doesn't stop it from advertising your features. Using stolen poems doesn't strip you of your accolades, opportunities, positions of power. Reaching for my pussy during the slam is not the only way you get to score at my expense that night. And reporting you won't stop you from winning a national championship. I was told not to write about this, how the beloved poet could become trigger warning for every place I'm afraid to go back to. Call it cancel culture, not accountability, flirting, not assault, one mistaken, not rape. Call them family, poet, activist, not someone who can't keep their hands off what does not belong to them. Describe our closeness in blood is thicker than water, but isn't every family the same? Don't we always defend our most predatory member? Blame the most vulnerable. This is not the first time I have trusted my community and had it fuck me without my consent. Mourn the rapist reputation longer than I did for my virginity. It's been nearly 2 decades and my eyes are still bloodshot from chlorine and nights I spent terrified to close them. And now I write my story in fractions. Worried about who could trace back to who, not traces of them still embedded in me, pressure myself to win so that maybe the value of my words will finally be enough for people to actually listen to them, listen to me, listen to us. This is for every leaky faucet still running, too afraid to make waves, to reclaim their own breath. This is for us learning to float. Thanks.
All right. Y'all show some love for the poets from Toronto one more time. That is what I'm talking about. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Heck yeah. Judges, when you're ready, throw that poem, or throw that score, I should say, in the chat for the poem. I got 1 score. Man, I appreciate it. Killing it, doing all the things. I got 3 scores. I got 4 scores. Oh, I'm lying. I got 5 scores. All right, from low to high, we have an 8.4. Then we have a 9.8, a 9.8, a 9.8, and a 10. Applaud the poets, not the score. Applaud the poetry. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Good on time, good on everything. Judges, you're killing it. We only got a few more poets. Everybody say 2 more poets, 2 more poets. It's just me. I have to echo myself. But Secret City, coming up next. I want to let you know we have 1 more poet on deck, but coming up next from Secret City, y'all give it up for Drew Drake.
What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, just wait 1 second, please. Good to go.
Hope be the corner. Nah. Hope be the people. Nah. Hope be the community. It be my block and your block and every block where resilience is blessed the block to have the strongest of Millie rocks, and hope be the faces. It be the eyes, the mouths, the tongues, the ones magical enough to slice death with the power of its own sword, and hope be the hums. It be the hymns. It be the Negro spirituals our souls cry out again and again, and hope be the Black church. It be the alignment of Black hands. It be a congregation to say, Pastor, come on now, take your time. And a pastor say, church, can I get an amen? And hope be the strength. It be the race. It be the endurance. It be the race that we did not sign up for, but yet we still find ways to excel in. And hope be the mantra. It be the affirmations. It be the we shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. But also by any means necessary, and hope it be the ancestors. It be the ones that came before, but also the ones that's guiding our footsteps like soundtracks. And they are the voices of change, the sounds of Blackness, the echoes of freedom. And ain't that hope? To be blessed to hear this all at once, rhetorical. Hope be the narcotic. It'd be the bump. It'd be the hit. It'd be the only drug I deem valuable to hit these veins daily. It'd be the smack that hits the body and makes it feel renewed and hope. It'd be God. It'd be omnipotent. It'd be all-knowing. It'd be knowing that on the darkest of nights, there's a light around the end of the corner. It'd be knowing in the loneliest of nights, I am never alone. It'd be knowing that there will come a day where we all question what hope means in the vocabulary of our lives. And on days like this, we will tell you, hope be everything. Thank you.
All right, all right. Show some love for the poets from Secret City one more time. What I'm talking about. Rocking out. So great, so great, so great. Coming, our score for Toronto, their last score was a 29.4. Give it up for Toronto one more time. It's fantastic, fantastic. Judges, take some time. Throw that score in the chat. Lyrically Inclined, you coming up next, so let us know who it is in the chat. Let us know what's on and popping in the chat. All right, I have one score, 2, 3, 4, waiting for my fifth, Fifth. All right, it's from low to high. We have a 9.0. We have a 9.0. We have a 9.9. We have a 10, and we have a 10. About the poet, not the score. Not the score, the poet. The poet. Show some love for the poet. All right, y'all. We are coming up to our final poet of the bout. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Lyrically Inclined, coming up to the stage. Make some noise. Show some love in the chat for Ascension, the artist.
Can y'all hear me?
You're good.
When I was young, about age 8, my father was dead. My life wasn't straight. My mother got drunk all day and night. Alcohol filled visions of a blurry sight. I remember the time she slept on the floor. She couldn't move. Old Foster had taken control. The boy I was could not stand the grief. So I went to church to find relief. As a child, I played with my toys a lot. I grew up to play touch football on the block. It was hot. My mother kept on getting drunk. And me, I thought to myself what I'd done. My father was killed by the hands of his brother in the same house where I visited. My grandmother didn't like the place, so I left. I'm headed back home all by myself. I remember roll call at 4 in the morning. My mother woke up the house before dawn. I'm the youngest of 11, so I got spoiled. Our actions heated up like water boil. My brother and mother start slinging dope, something with which we could not cope. We moved on to another place, making cash money and fast was the pace then. In the time I decided to drink, I smoked weed, sling dope. I did not think, I refused any clues to follow rules. The life I lived was the life that I choose. My mother quit drinking, her kidneys went down. She went to dialysis in another town, so time went by way too fast. I was getting drunk like she did in the past. Then my mother had a heart attack and a stroke. It felt like swallowing glass down my throat. I say, Mama, if you die, I'm coming with you. She say, no, I don't want you to do that, boo. Then a year passed by and I got out the game because dope weed drinking drove me insane. Then a hard cold dose of reality. My mother done died so desperately. Then thoughts of getting drunk crossed over my head. I fought at God for not taking me instead, because the insanity only reminded me of the late 70s on to the 80s. My mother is gone now. My nerves were cracking up. I did not take a 40, pop the top and then turn it up. I dealt with the pain and I walked through the storm. My mother is gone. I want her back at home. I was feeling depressed when I passed the coffin. My parents gone. Now I'm a ghetto orphan. Now answer to the Holy Master. God have mercy on your children. I did not pray for months to come. I should have thanked my Lord for what he's done. Why I didn't want to see her live in vain. I'd do anything to erase the pain. My mother's gone. Thank you.
All right, y'all show some love for Lyrically Inclined one more time. Appreciate that. Give it up. Show some love in the chat for Lyrically Inclined. That's the last time we're gonna see them today in this here bout. Judges, go ahead and throw it all up in there for the thing. And Team Secret City's final score was a 28.9. It's 28.9 for Secret City. Okay. We finna go ahead and get these scores in. I got 3 scores. I got 3 scores in the chat. I got 4 scores in the chat. I'm about to see what's up with that. And I'm about to see. All right, here we go. 5 scores from low to high. I feel like I'm spitting a poem. 5 scores from low to high. 1, an 8.1. No, I won't do it like that. An 8.9. Then we're gonna have a 9.0, a 9.0, and a 9.4. Applaud the poet. Give it up one more time for Lyrically Inclined. And y'all show some love in the chat for all of our teams.
Cuban, would you mind announcing those scores from low to high one more time, please?
Yeah, I know. I said it confusing style. Okay, here we go. From low to high for our final poet, we have an 8.8, an 8.9, a 9.0, a 9.0, and a 9.4. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Correct. Thank you, Don. Appreciate that. And our final score for our last poet and Lyrically Inclined, give it up. We have a 26.9. Applaud the poet, not the score. All right. And we're gonna tabulate. We're gonna do some tabulations. We're gonna put these numbers together and all that good stuff. I'm happy. I'm glad I finagled my way into hosting. You know, wasn't supposed to host tonight. I was supposed to be the tech guy, just chilling in the background. Thus, my scraggly beard and my wrinkled shirt. Wasn't ready to be on camera, y'all, but here we are. You feel me? I want to do take a quick moment and just really thank our judges. Y'all, please make some noise for Brandon Cosby in the chat. Brandon, thank you so much. You've been a wonderful judge. Keep that round of applause going for Terry Ramirez. Thank you, Terry, so much. You are so great. And speaking of great, give it up for Great Dane in the chat. So wonderful. Thank you so much. And give it up for Keena in the chat. Thank you so much. Y'all been incredible judges. And we can't forget our last judge, Judge 3, Judge, is it Naila in the chat, y'all? Thank you so much, judges. Y'all have been absolutely wonderful. We appreciate y'all. Listen, it's tough to get judges, and we got a bunch of them, and y'all showed up and gave us like 2 hours of your time, which is more than I give literally my favorite TV show. So I appreciate y'all for giving us that time. Thank you so much for being part of this. This event could not happen without you. So thank you so much, judges. I think you guys were awesome this evening. All right, so our final scores we have here are 3 teams and where they placed in this bout. Indies and teams, make sure you don't leave. I need you to sign off on your scores, so don't leave. If you left, I'm gonna fight you. I don't know who you are, but I will find you. I'm like Liam Neeson, but with scores. Okay, so in 3rd place, please give it up for Lyrically Inclined with a 103.4. That's what I'm talking about, Lyrically Inclined. I'm gonna make some noise for you right here. In 2nd place with a 109.9. Y'all give it up for Toronto Poetry Slam. Love what you were doing tonight, Toronto. Really beautiful stuff. And in 1st place with a 114.7. Give it up for Secret City Slam. Thank you so much. I'm going to get that total for our indie poets in just a moment. But judges, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are wonderful. And I'm going to let my bout manager release you. Otherwise, I feel like y'all can go. But I'm going to wait till Siren says it's okay. Siren, is it okay for our judges to continue their lives?
Well, let's wait until people verify the scores so that way if there are any issues, we can make sure that we get clarification on them. And then after that, not a problem. I guess I can let them go.
Verification. All right. Well, while we are waiting for our final indie scores, here we go. Thank you, Siren. I appreciate it. All right, our indie scores for tonight, we have for Brandon Alexander Williams, we have a 28.8. For Celia the Poet, we have a 26.9. And for Ed Mabry, we have a 29.9. Give it up for our poets one more time. Fantastic stuff. And now, teams, if you wouldn't mind just unmuting and letting us know that you are good with the scores you have heard. And if you would like to see them, I am going to let our...
Got you.
Yep.
Toronto is great with the scores. Thank you.
Toronto is good with the scores. Thank you, Toronto. Y'all are good.
Can I see the scores, please?
Yep. Right now for you, Secret City. Gotcha. Okay. Here are your total scores for the bout. Indies, your scores are pretty clear to see right now. Indies, if you wouldn't mind giving us the okay on your scores.
I'm cool.
You're good to go. Appreciate it. Now I just need at Brandon Alexander Williams, and I need Ed Mabry to give me the okay on your scores. Ed, are you there? Ed, you were good. You were just unmuted. Do you want to go ahead and give us the okay on your scores?
Oh, and let me scroll down for Ed's scores. There they
go. Secret City or other or Lyrically Inclined, if you want to give us the okay.
This is Lyrically Inclined. I'm actually kind of concerned because one of the judges got up while I was performing. So I'm not sure if she scored me fairly since she wasn't paying attention.
I was track of that judge. They stepped away for, it looked like about 4 seconds, to my understanding. But we can talk that out.
Yeah, she wasn't, I don't feel she was fully engaged with listening. You know, it was more important, you know, she was focused on something else. So it just kind of concerned me. The other judges were fine though.
No problem, Lyrically Inclined. Ed, I think your mic might have not been working, but if you could just give us a verbal confirmation if possible, that would be wonderful. Brandon Alexander, welcome back. We're looking to get that verbal confirmation. Lyrically Inclined, we're gonna hold on you for a moment, and we're just gonna give it a second.
Okay.
So again, Brandon Alexander, I think you missed it. Ed, I see you, brother. If you want to just give me a thumbs up, your mic might not be how it is.
Hello, what'd you say?
Oh, I said, Brandon, your score was a 28.8. I just need you to give me a verbal confirmation. Good with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, thank you so much. You're good to go, Brandon. Appreciate you. And Ed, I
How's
see
it now?
Yeah, you're good, brother. Thank you. Yeah, if you just want to give me a okay.
Yes, thank you very much, because apparently also my other microphone's broken, so thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, I confirm 29.9 and a rank of 1 for the bout. I confirm the scores and the time, everything. Thank you.
That is correct. Thank you so much. You're good to go. Okay. And Secret City, before we get into Lyrically Inclined, I just want to make sure that y'all are good. Secret City, are you there? We want to...
Yeah, I'm still here. Everything is good now.
Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate it. And y'all are good to go.
Do we need to stay for the protest, or are we good?
We are going to get to the bottom of this. If you want to stick around, you definitely can.
Okay.
And judges, if you want to turn off your cameras, y'all are good as well right now. I know you've had your cameras on, a lot of screen time at this moment. You can turn off your cameras. Stick around for just a moment, and we'll
turn it on.
let you go. Ray, I'm gonna throw you on mute. That's all right. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Lyrically Inclined. Let's take a look. What round was this you're speaking about?
This was
first poet and the third
first
round.
poet round 3.
First poet, round 3.
Yeah, I ended up with a, what is it? I can't read your handwriting.
26.
A 26.
Okay, you have 26 even. Let's go up. First poet, round 3.
It's on the.
I'm gonna go ahead and end